Hello, and today we'll be looking at what's in this big box. But before we get into it, a quick reminder to please like or dislike this video if you didn't like it, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already done so, click on that little bell icon to find out when I'm uploading content. And remember, nothing travels faster than the speed of light with the possible exception of bad news, which obeys its own rules, because at least some of those will really help me out. Anyway, back to what we have. What's in the big box? Well, if you saw my news video that I put up a week or two ago, you would have seen that I talked about the FlyBot FluxWing, and that's a good clue of what's in here. Now, I haven't got all the parts to build it initially, but I thought I'd at least take it out and do some sort of dry fit and at least show how it looked and compare it to the previous FlyBot wing, the MiniRaceWing, to see what has changed. So, in the box, congratulations for purchasing the FlyBot Flux decal sheet, the two wing pieces which have holes sorted out for the servos and the leads. You've got the holes here for the winglets to go on, and you've got the bits here for the wing spars, and these are the joiners that go into the main section. Obviously you get two of those. And then for seasoned fixed wing pilots, the rest of the contents of the box is really going to confuse you. You got some normal stuff. We've got the elevons here and the spars, that's normal. We've got the control horns in there as well. We've got the winglets and the little plastic screws that attach them to the wings. And then it's the weird bits. It looks like we've got some sort of big quad frame together. So this is the big difference between this and almost any other plane where you'd have a regular canopy. You have got essentially some carbon fibre plates that mount top and below. You've got standoffs like a regular quad, and then here you've got a mix of bits you would expect and bits you wouldn't. We've got these little moulded pieces of plastic, and these clamp those carbon fibre spars to the wings in, and in a crash they break away. And we've got the control rods and some other bits and bobs to put it together. Doesn't look like much, does it? But yeah, it's gonna produce a wing. Let me put that together quickly now, and I'll show you what this looks like, and we'll have a comparison between this new one and the previous MiniRaceWing to see what's changed. And here's the FluxWing, just built without many components. I've gone ahead and glued in all the spars, so I've got the connecting rods in there. The winglets have been put on, and you can just take them out again with those screws. And of course we've got the central section built. Temporarily I've got one of the camera mounts there and the antenna mount there. So I wanted to look at this, and I do love this curve. Nice, like a weapon. I wanted to look in terms of how it differed from the MiniRaceWing. And when I first looked at it, I thought not a lot. But then when I put them side by side, there's a bit more difference. So you'll notice the profile on the back is very different. The thickness of the wing is different. This is quite hard to hold up like this. Let me show you a quick picture and you can see the difference in the profile of the wings. But you can also see the amount of space that we've got in here and how different it is, and the fact that we've just got this motor mount at the end here where the motor goes on directly, whereas the MiniRaceWing had this sort of motor on like a carbon tube that can go in or out, and so you can adjust the CG that way. You'll also see that the profile of the carbon fuselage is very narrow, and you couldn't fit a lot in there. But on the FluxWing, it's a lot wider. You've got a lot more equipment you can put in. There's also a lot more holes here. Some of these are for mounting different types of flight controllers, different types of cameras can go in there. A lot of mounting options. I think what I'm going to do with this one, I've had to order some bits for it, so I've ordered servos. I've just ordered a new ESC. I was going to raid bits out of this one, but this ESC is already so wide in, so I thought I might borrow the motor here, unless I can get a new one very quickly. And the rest of the stuff I've got cameras and VTXs, and I'm going to put a flight controller in there. I think I've got a GPS receiver somewhere that I can put like iNav on and try that. But yeah, it looks... That extra bit of space is giving me a lot of confidence about being able to fit stuff in there and fit stuff in relatively nicely. And the fact that this wing is a bit thicker and more substantial gives me a bit more confidence about actually getting this in the air. One interesting thing about it is because the spars are spaced exactly the same, you could actually interchange wings between the two fuselages, which is an interesting idea. Exactly the same sort of parts here. You can see how they attach, so when that wing is hitting into something, it will just come away. And what happens is the servo extension cable is retained against one of these risers, so the extension cable breaks away, so it doesn't pull the servo out and stuff like that. But yes, please come back and visit when I get some more gear ready to go in. I can do a few bits more for now. I've got the balsa elevons that I can paint and cover and connect and get some of the first parts of the control rods in anyway. But yeah, when this stuff arrives, I'll get it built and we'll take it for a fly and we'll see what happens. Hope that video has been helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Well, you've made it to the end of the video, so thanks once again for watching. If you like what you saw, then please consider subscribing, and if you really like what you saw, then be sure to check out the link to my blog for a variety of ways in which you can help support this channel.